Hello and welcome to the Weekly Rewind presented by Attractions Magazine. I'm your host, Theron White, and this time we're going from Monday, August 28th to Sunday, September 3rd. Now, starting on Monday, we asked, is it okay to wear Disney shirts to Universal or vice versa? This is kind of asking, like, can you wear a Harry Potter robe over to the Magic Kingdom, or do you want to wear Disney shirts and magic bands to SeaWorld, SeaWorld stuff to Universal? Stuff like that. So we asked on our Twitter account, is it okay to wear a Disney shirt to Universal and vice versa? 57% of you agreed, 43% did not agree. Now, for the people who agreed, this is kind of some of the reasonings of what they had. One person said, I've seen many a Harry Potter shirt at Disney World, so it's really up to you. Some people wear magic bands to Universal. When it's cold out, people wear Harry Potter scarves to Disney. People wear mouse arrows to Universal. They wear one thing and two things shirts to Disney. So yeah, people do it all the time. It's just kind of how it works. And we had other people on the no side, which was 43%, said no, unless it's Marvel, because Universal and Disney both kind of have Marvel. One person said, I think if it's over the age of 12, it's an issue. Another person made the comment saying that they hate when they go to pay for something and they're wearing a shirt from the opposite park, and they kind of get heckled by the cast members or team members there about wearing it. And we also had one person that just said, if you're an adult, you shouldn't be wearing a Disney shirt at all. So we kind of have people all over the board, definitely close to the 50-50, but the winning is people saying, yes, you know what, we all love theme parks, we all support the theme park, so it's okay to wear them. As long as you're part of the theme park fandom, it's all good. Then moving on to Tuesday, we looked at construction photos around Walt Disney World. We have things from Disney Springs, from Galaxy's Edge, from the new Riviera Resort, from where the gondolas are going. All over the place, Walt Disney World is making massive construction projects. You can see a bunch of them that they have here. Starting over at Disney Springs, we kind of see that the brand new parking garage is getting built. And it's going to be what appears to be the biggest of the three parking garages, kind of across from the Lime one near the Disney Town Center area. They haven't yet said exactly how it's going to connect over. I wonder if you'll have to walk across the street over there, or if they're going to build a separate bridge to be able to get over to the other parking garage so you don't ever have to cross traffic really. But that's going to be getting built, and we don't exactly know when it's going to be done. The other construction was DisneyQuest. It's demolition in what's going to be coming for supposedly the NBA experience. The last day of DisneyQuest was on July 2nd, so since then they really haven't done a ton. They're doing the outside. I mean, I'm sure a lot could be happening on the inside, but on the outside at least we haven't really seen too much of a difference. Now, at its very early stages, near the Caribbean Beach Resort is the newest Disney Vacation Club location. This is going to be Disney's Riviera Resort. The current plans point to it opening sometime in fall 2019, but we don't know exactly yet. That's just the current estimate. It's going to be, again, a brand new DVC resort, the last one being the Copper Creek additions to Wilderness Lodge. So this is going to be a brand new spot for them right next to Caribbean Beach Resort, and it's going to be connected to the gondolas, so I'm sure it's going to be a really big hit when it opens. Now we move over to Hollywood Studios, which is definitely the epicenter of all major construction. They're getting new parking lot, new entrance, 2 brand new lands, and a brand new hotel. A lot of stuff is happening at Hollywood Studios. I'm sure you know about most of the construction happening there because we probably talk about it every week here. It's kind of become the new Pandora. The Galaxy's Edge, more concrete and more dirt. I mean, it's something unless you're super into construction, you can really tell a difference between. But we are seeing a lot of the foundations go in and dirt being moved, and they're getting prepared for that. Toy Story Land, however, has had some great progress. They're starting to put up the gigantic facades that are going to go all along the back walls. It's kind of like the backdrop for the entire land. And it looks like it's going to be a big fence, so it looks like you're inside of a play area or something, which sounds really cool. I like the idea of that. If you got to hide all the rest of the park, at least do it something fun like that where it kind of feels like we're in a playground area. The Toy Story Land Slinky Dog Coaster is also doing really well, which I'm going to talk about right now. On Wednesday, we talked about the Slinky Dog Coaster on National Slinky Day as it arrived to Disney's Hollywood Studios. Now, most of the coaster track is completely done. They have all the actual metal down. They're doing a lot more of the theming now instead. And we actually got to see a sneak peek of the coaster getting driven into Disney's Hollywood Studios. Really cool to see that. It looks like it's going to be an amazingly themed coaster. He looks great. Obviously, this wasn't the whole section of the ride, because if so, it would have a very, very low capacity. But we were able to see the front, back, and middle end, so this looks like such a fun coaster. I'm hoping it's going to be a little bit more aggressive version of Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. Seven Dwarfs has some definitely really fun parts during the 2 drops, but halfway through it is kind of like a dark ride, which I love. I just feel like it's less of a coaster in that point. So I definitely feel like they could amp that up, especially with the dual launching portions and being able to do the bumps up and down. I think this is going to be really, really fun. I can't wait to see it open next summer. On Thursday, we talked about Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. Now, Mickey's Not So Scary has already happened 2 times on August 29th and September 1st, but by the time you see this, there's going to still be a ton of dates left. We've got September 7th, 10th, 12th, 15th, 17th, 19th, 22nd, 24th, 26th, and 29th, as well as having October 1st, 3rd, the 5th, 6th, 9th, and 10th, 12th and 13th, 15th, 17th, 19th, 20th, 22nd, 24th, 26th, 27th, 29th, 31st, and November 1st. So, that being said, you have no excuse to not go to this awesome event. It is going to be really, really fun. They have so much candy, like mountains and mountains of candy. All the wait times are so minimal. I do know that during the second party, the wait times were so low that it caused some rides to actually shut down parts. So if they had 2 parts, or if they could lower their capacity, they would, just because there was so little amount of people going on. So if you want to go just for the rides, I mean, you're going to be able to jump on Mine Train, Space Mountain, Big Thunder, on crazy amounts of time. And if you don't want to do that, there's still so much Halloween stuff to enjoy. They've got the show on the stage. They've got the fireworks show. They have got the parade. They have got all the candy. They've got character meet and greets. It's a ton of fun. I was able to do it back in 2012, and I really enjoyed it. The 360 fireworks for Hallowishes is just really an amazing experience. And side note for a tip, if you don't end up going to the party, but you still want to see Hallowishes, make sure to go to the Contemporary. It has a great view looking into the park. You can kind of see right behind through Space Mountain into the park. It really helps you appreciate the 360-degree fireworks. But either way, if you have the opportunity, definitely go. It's such an amazing experience, and it's cool because you can actually dress up and get in costume where you can't do that any other time during the year at a Disney park. Also on Thursday, in case you didn't watch this episode of the Early Night Live last Thursday, they did put out their brand new limited release shirt. It's really cool. It's got their signatures on it and everything, so I totally recommend checking that out because you only have until this Thursday to be able to get it. Now, moving from late Thursday night into early Friday morning was the Force Friday 2 event over at Disney Springs. Now, Force Friday 2 is actually happening all over the world at different Toys R Us, Targets, Disney stores, whatever was selling it that day. It's an event for merchandise where the Last Jedi movie that's coming out, it kind of commemorates all their new merchandise, releases it early so everyone can go, get excited for it, be the first people to get new toys, limited edition items, merchandise, shirts, anything you could possibly think of, including some really awesome pins. I don't even collect pins for Disney, don't do pin trading. There are some awesome Last Jedi pins. Definitely look into those. It's really cool. I was able to write an article about it. It's now up on the website as well as there's going to be a video online as well. You can kind of check up, see some of the merchandise that was there, see all the people. And a really cool part, it was torrential downpouring that day. We were in a completely red on the map of the radar, and it was a lot of rain, but it was cool to be able to see because there was a video I was able to get of them playing the Imperial March outside with Disney Springs and lightning cracking in the background. That was at least cool to see, and it was awesome to see all these Star Wars fans come together even through the rain and all the hours of waiting just to get their merchandise, and it was really cool to see everyone really happy and getting their new stuff. Moving on to Saturday was a Spiderman Lights On ride video that we were able to post over at Universal's Islands of Adventure. Now, during the second half, the last hour of the Universal Orlando pass holder event, they let people ride Spider-Man with the lights on. So that's always cool to see. It's really cool to see a backstage kind of view into a ride, see how it's built or how it's done. So you can check that out online, see all the details. You still have the screens were still going, so it's not like the ride wasn't working. It was just that they did it on purpose so people could kind of get a special view, and I know a lot of people really appreciated that. I wasn't able to attend it in person myself, but seeing the video was cool to see some of the little details you might not see when the lights were off. Now, lastly, moving on to Sunday, we have a video of the Epcot Light Lab. So there was a bunch of the drinks that they're offering now for the Epcot Food and Wine Festival, and I want to go here so bad. I have seen the videos, I've seen the pictures, I haven't been able to attend the Food and Wine Festival yet, but I'm telling you, I'm going to go here first. Looks so cool. You're able to get all these specialty drinks that are going to have, they can glow in the dark, they've got different kinds of boba. The one I'm really excited for is glow in the dark donuts, because donuts you didn't think could get any better, but when they glow in the dark at Disney World, they just got better. So really cool to see this. I recommend going and check out that video, kind of see the aesthetics. If you don't know where the Light Lab is, if you go to the Club Cool place, it's going to be right behind it in the Innovations West section. The part that it really, kind of really isn't used. It has a big seating area with a nice view, but that area is not really used too much. So if you go way back there's going to be right next to the bathrooms, there's going to be an entrance. That's how you get into the Light Lab. So if you're going, check it out. It looks awesome. And that is it for this episode of The Weekly Rewind, presented by Attractions Magazine. My question for you this week, we talked about the can you wear a Disney shirt at Universal? Can you wear a Universal shirt at Disney? SeaWorld? Doesn't matter. I want to know how you feel. Do you think you can or cannot wear other parks' merchandise to other parks? Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have an amazing week.